Good morning, students. We are going to go ahead with the same economic course in that third point. Collapse of Indian handicrafts. India remained only as an industrial colony for the British, means only the raw material supplier. Now, due to that reason, in olden times, India itself was a big name in the Indian handicrafts. For example, the Surat, the place like Dhaka were very famous for textile. Dhaka was at that time specifically famous for its muslin cloth, which was very famous like that. It was the Indian velvet, what we were preparing at that time, which is having the capability to be passed on from a ring, okay, ring test, what actually we have already seen in many of the advertisements regarding that thing, right? Okay, due to that Indian industries died. Now what happened? Practically Indian raw material which was used in India only, which was giving good kind of an impetus to Indian industry. ઇન્ડિયાનું રો મટીરિયલ ઇન્ડિયામાં ને ઇન્ડિયામાં યુઝ થતું ને ઇન્ડિયન ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રી ડેવલપ થતી. Now, Indian raw material is being taken by the British, so automatically Indian industries which were working or flourish at that time now simply lost its prominence, and automatically that industry died naturally. There was a good kind of an time period when Bengal was very famous for its textile and other kind of an work, handicraft industry. But presently, or even at that time, after when British came into India, these industries slowly declined due to the scarcity of the resources like raw material and others. At that time, even British imposed heavy duty on Indian silk and textile, destroyed Indian industry. Now what happened? They have simply imposed heavy duties on Indian goods which is to be brought in England, so that automatically Indian goods were little bit costly in the market in England comparative to English goods. So automatically English people which were having great demand of Indian handicraft like silk and textile simply lost its interest in purchasing Indian goods. ઇન્ડિયાની વસ્તુ ઇંગ્લેન્ડમાં કોસ્ટલી વેચાતી હોય, ત્યાંના પ્રોડક્ટ કરતાં, ત્યાંના ઓન હોમમેડ ઇંગ્લિશ પ્રોડક્ટ કરતાં automatically in English people જે હતા, okay, they lost their prominence, interest in Indian handicraft and industries in that work. Thousands of craftsmen and artisans lost their livelihood. They became unemployed. Okay, why? Because they were manufacturing the things, but if they are not going to get the advantage of it, of selling the things, automatically nobody would get interest in working in the same field. બનતું એવું કે એ સમયે ઇન્ડિયાના ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ પીપલ જે હતા, જે આર્ટિસ્ટિક પીપલ હતા, જે આ બધી વસ્તુઓ બનાવતા હતા, ક્રાફ્ટ્સમેન એ લોકો બહુ રીચ હતા, બહુ સારા હતા. They were earning good amount of income, enough income, but ultimately their full income and other kind of work had lost its prominence, because એને બનાવેલી વસ્તુ નો ઇન્ડિયામાં વેચાય કે નો ઇંગ્લેન્ડમાં વેચાય, then why to have an interest in such kind of an field? If they are making goods, but if it is not being sold in the market, they will not get their income. So ultimately that craftsman and artisan lost their livelihood and became unemployed. Even at that time, many Indian kings and the buyers, purchasers who were there like prince, chieftains and zamindars, okay, they have also been removed from their power. In olden time, it was a system like that, that the kings who are there, who are ruling from any of the kingdom, they were giving patronage, they were giving support to such kind of an artistic people, and those who are getting such kind of an patronage or support, they were making their traditional artistic activity to be developed from that center. Now this prince, chieftains and zamindars and other people, they themselves lost their own prominence. There is no any kind of an guarantee warranty that these people, now this artistic people, will get any support. In short, રાજા મહારાજાઓ ખુદ જ ન રહ્યા, પોતે એનો પાવર જ જતો રહ્યો. They lost their kingdom itself. હવે ખુદ જ ન રહ્યા, પોતાનું કિંગડમ જ ન રહ્યું, તો એ આવા આર્ટિસ્ટિક પીપલને ક્યાંથી સપોર્ટ કરશે? So ultimately the Indian industry had just been collapsed. Chieftains, zamindars and princes were now not able to support, or they were not able to give patronage to such craftsmen and artisans, and that's why they simply lost their livelihood and became unemployed.